Hi, everybody. I'm Chuck Schumer, Majority Leader of the United States Senate, and I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled, to be here today to present the 2020-2021 Clio Music Impact Award to my dear friends at the National Independent Venue Association. This pandemic had devastated our independent venues across the country. It was clear from the start of this horrible virus that our venues would be the hardest hit places. And they're the places where people can laugh, dance, and listen to music together, and who knows, meet each other and form long-term and permanent relationships. It happens all the time. NIVA formed just weeks after the shutdown started and set out on a journey to save independent live venues across the country. Starting without connections or political experience, they channeled their passion, their energy, their creativity into an extraordinary grassroots messaging campaign to bring relief to our beloved venues through the Save Our Stages Act. Together, we pushed through over $16 billion in funding for these locally owned venues. We provided a lifeline so many vital businesses that are the very wellsprings of our culture could survive this awful pandemic. And the impact of NIVA's advocacy has been enormous. All across America, independent live venues that would have faced certain closure will now survive and bring us joy as we move forward from this dark, dark moment. So on behalf of the Clio Music Awards, I'm just honored, delighted, thrilled to present the 2020-2021 Clio Music Impact Award to the National Independent Venue Association. We love you, and we know for our venues, the best days are still ahead of us.
The impact to me as a small business owner is undescribable. We're not able to do what I've been doing for 26 years.
It's impossible. There's just no way to pay anything. The challenge is that we have a giant space with very high overhead, and our model is based solely on social gatherings, and we can't socially gather safely. Therefore, we can't make revenue that we need to pay for all of the bills that we have.
COVID strikes at the very heart of our business, which is bringing people together to gather in spaces just like this, just like XBK, and we can't do that.
The difficulty for us compared to other industries, when other industries start to go back to work and they start hiring their people back, we're still going to be in the place that we are because we are very, very likely, as we were the first to close, to be one of the last businesses to reopen.
And overall, when it comes to what it's going to take for us to start back up, that's another long-term situation of at least 3 months or more.
We are huge taxpayers and we pay a ton of money in sales tax. We're a decently large employer and we generate a big economic impact.
We're completely shuttered. There's just not any work for anyone to be doing.
My greatest fear is not reopening.
Thank you to the Clios for this 2020-2021 Clio Music Impact Award on behalf of NIVA, the National Independent Venue Association. Thank you to the millions, literally the millions of people who showed their support, the thousands of artists, the elected officials, Senator John Cornyn, Senator Amy Klobuchar, Senator Chuck Schumer, those that donated money, those that donated their time, the many volunteers we've had, the 3,000 members across every single state and DC and many of the territories, their staff that was also put to work, whether they were being paid to or whether they weren't able to be paid for it. Thank you. Thank you to NIVA's board, to NIVA's advisory board. Thank you to Stephen Chilton, who came up with the Save Our Stages name, and that turned into a piece of legislation. Thank you to Dana Frank, NIVA's board president. Thank you to Hal Reel, NIVA's board secretary and the board president of the National Independent Venue Foundation. He and I had a conversation literally 3 weeks earlier saying, wouldn't it be cool if we did something like this? And sure enough, this is what ended up happening. Thank you to Michael Henry from Media Whisper, who has been dominating the social media presence on behalf of all of our members and NIVA overall. Thank you to my fellow award recipients, to Audrey Fix-Schaefer, to Lenora Jules, to Jason Greel. Thank you to our families, our work families, and most importantly, thank you to our actual families. They all put up with us for, missing dinners, missing weekends, missing holidays, missing time where we could have been spending it with our families and our loved ones. And I'd like to think that we were spending it with our loved ones, just in a different way and different loved ones. But thank you to all of our families for being understanding and supportive throughout all of this. So thank you again. Thank you to the Clios. Thank you.
I wore this Save Our Stages mask on the floor of the Senate when we passed the Save Our Stages Act. It brought us good luck, and I'm going to keep it with me whenever our stages need help.